Nothing lasts forever. Relationships, people, the earth itself, even cartons of milk don't last forever. What goes up must come down. Or everything must eventually come to an end. And what exactly has come to an end? Good quality Call of Duty games. What was once a slew of fantastic games comprising this franchise now just completely fell off. And I feel as though since Call of Duty is now pushing out Warzone as their new frontline game mode instead of multiplayer, I think it's fair to say that Call of Duty, the essence of Call of Duty, has officially fell off. I can't make a claim like this without properly backing it up. So I'm gonna group the relevant games into 3 groups. The Golden Era, which is Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4 through Black Ops 2. Meh Era, which goes through Infinite Warfare. And the Ass Era, which is World War II through Cold War. And most likely this year's next Call of Duty. Alright. Maybe not Ass, but let's call it the Downfall Era. Well, would both work, honestly. Modern Warfare really defined Call of Duty as a franchise. It was the first Call of Duty to have a full-fledged story to go along with the campaign. Now, I know that COD 3 had a campaign, but that shit was ass, okay? Like, no. Modern Warfare really defined Call of Duty campaigns and gave it the formula that all the other Call of Duty campaigns, even to this day, still follow. The graphics were a huge step up from Call of Duty 3, as well as the storytelling, and the Spec Ops mode was fun as an add-on. After Modern Warfare was World at War. World at War was highly renowned, and it was known as the Call of Duty with the best maps, even to this day. I mean, the graphics were worse than Modern Warfare's, and so was the campaign, but World at War added something that was revolutionary, and that was zombies. Modern Warfare 2. Was the first Call of Duty that gave the media an agenda, but the benefit to that was more exposure. The multiplayer was, and still is, highly respected, and the campaign was, and still is, unforgettable. Black Ops. This is where shit started to get real for Call of Duty. A beautifully crafted story, along with a god-tier multiplayer, and the zombies was expanded upon to where it could have been its own game, given all the DLC and shit. Modern Warfare 3. A little mediocre in hindsight, but definitely had a great multiplayer. The campaign also tied things up within the Modern Warfare series. Black Ops 2 was the peak of Call of Duty, definitely. The art style, maps, the music, I mean, literally everything. The campaign was awesome, taking place between 2 different generations. It gave us an unforgettable villain with multiple outcomes. The multiplayer was the best in the series, hands down, with excellent weapons, excellent maps, and excellent kill streaks. And a really good time to kill. Zombies was ass, I mean, but, you know, we won't get into that. Ghosts was a sharp contrast from Black Ops 2. Terrible maps, poor visibility, shitty score streaks. The time to kill was on the quicker side. The guns were good, but this was still accused of being one of the worst Call of Duties of all time. The campaign was a letdown, sure, the art style was trash, but at least they never got into poor antics on top of the game being unplayable, as we would see later on. Advanced Warfare was decent maps, decent weapons, decent campaign. It took on a different art style and tone for the series. It added advanced movement, which was genuinely something fresh, but a little convoluted. But this was the first game that got into bad antics. The supply drops were not only randomized, the rare weapons that were unlocked were blatantly overpowered. With enough time, you would have had to gamble just to have fun on the game. And we're not even gonna speak on exo zombies, because that shit disgraced my name. Black Ops 3, a pretty fucking good game at first. I mean, they ironed out the movement system, great maps, great weapons, and the movement made the shitty maps a lot more bearable. I'm looking strictly at Exodus and Metro. I mean, think about it. Metro is like a terrible ass map, but you could still enjoy it simply because you could get around it quickly. It was one of the larger maps. Great kill streaks and a new and fun progression system. Zombies was expanded upon, but only if you were a dedicated fan, because there was only one Zombies maps that was available, and that was the overrated Shadows of Evil. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know people defend that Shadows of Evil bullshit with their life. That was the single most overrated piece of Zombies content ever. Zombies in Spaceland is better than Shadows of Evil. I said it. I said it. Get mad. Oh yeah, get mad. My hit tracer is where? Huh? Where is it? Campaign had a beautiful premise, but a god-awful execution. And it made it one of, if not the worst Call of Duty campaigns ever. Mind you, the only thing that it had to do with the previous two titles was Nova 6, which is a gas. Literally, that was it. Black Ops 3 put the Call of Duty community to an all-time high. The grind for Dark Matter, Hero Gear, the YouTube videos, I mean, come on. It wasn't until this game started to make all of their rare supply drops better than the items that actually came with the game. I mean, to start off, the guns were blatantly overpowered. The DLC gear looked much better, way cooler. The weapon camos were flashier. But then they riddled the supply drops with a bunch of bullshit to make your probability of getting something of use very slim. Eventually, there was more content locked behind DLC than what actually came with the game. It was very sad to see such a good game go out the way it did due to money-hungry developers. Infinite Warfare was a Call of Duty game that got a lot of heat in areas where it shouldn't have. Now, I know that you heard the Zombies in Spaceland was better than Shadows of Evil, but trust me, that doesn't mean I'm an Infinite Warfare dick rider. The multiplayer was poorly executed. There's a lot of areas in the map where you couldn't access, in the maps I should say. The design was like 2D, and I'm sure that was just to compensate for like all of the content in that game. But still, like, the textures were fucking terrible. And the sound design, oh my gosh. But let me read off my script, please. With the success of Black Ops, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3, Infinity Ward most likely tried to one-up on Treyarch with this title. That meant making a more extreme version of Black Ops 3. Something set in space. This really didn't resonate with fans, but honestly, the space setting gave us some beautiful maps. Too bad half the shit wasn't accessible. Weapons and time to kill were decent, but the hit detection was wonky. Then you had some terrible ass sound design, sounding like fucking bubbles coming out of my gun. I mean, like, you have a fucking space pro. These are the strongest guns out of any Call of Duty game, and you mean to tell me that the hits sound like... Tell me that the guns don't sound like you're fucking, like, rain pattering on your window. The Black Ops 3 ethics were introduced, but to a slightly lesser extent. Now let's get into the downfall era of Call of Duty. These 4 titles made me lose complete faith. We're going to get to the reasons why in a second, but I mean, can we just have a slight moment of silence? Just a brief moment of silence, rather. These 4 titles were an abomination, a disgrace. World War II was pathetic at best. I mean, Sledgehammer Games wanted to steer COD in the quote-unquote right direction by going back to its roots. Boots on the ground? No, like historical Call of Duty. Alright, so you already lost half of everyone's interest. An extreme stretch, because literally the last Call of Duty was set in space, and now we're going back to World War II. This game really felt like a fucking history lesson. If they just made like a futuristic looking BO2, boots on the ground, you know, BO2-esque shooter, good maps, good kill streaks, good weapons, good time to kill, good progression system, we would have been fine. This Call of Duty, what would a Fortnite been if, like, come on, man. I'm telling you, if they drop Black Ops or Black Ops 2 remastered, I'm just saying, the state of Fortnite right now, really, Activision, you can do some things, but I don't think you ever will. The campaign was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It was like the first 3 Call of Duties done correctly. But then we get into the multiplayer. Supply drops are back, of course. Why wouldn't they be? 99% of the time you're going to get a fucking calling card. The guns were all slow and clunky. The maps were 3-lane styles, done horrible because they wanted to be historically accurate. The maps were sort of fast-paced with a bunch of fucking structures that just obscured the map design completely. Since World War II was a 4-hit time to kill, the speed of the maps just completely backfired. The flow of the game was all over the place. It was enough to where doing good in that game genuinely looked ugly. Not only that, but the guns were ugly as fuck. And the hit detection was god-awful. I mean, about the guns being ugly, this is just purely why you don't fucking make a World War II Call of Duty in 2017. The fuck? This is a game that you want to like, but you just can't. And the setting was supposed to be realistic, you know, they made all the changes to their game, the ugly ass guns, the shitty ass map, all in the lieu of realism. Hell, they even made a fucking war game mode, but then you have fucking Grim Reapers running around the maps. So, I mean, I really don't know how far the realism was supposed to reach. In conclusion, with an ugly ass game, terrible ass weapons that no one got attached to, a fucking trash ass setting, dog shit ass maps, and below average score streaks, I mean, it just really makes for a shitty game. I heard that the game had an overhaul, like halfway through the life cycle, and people said, oh, it's actually decent. But I went back on that shit, and they ain't fixed shit, okay? They ain't fixed shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, it's actually decent. The game is actually half playable. No, it's not. Hello? You can add all the shit in the game that you want, but I mean, if the core game itself is ass, then none of that will matter. Black Ops 4. Oh, where do we even start? Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Let's work our way up. No campaign, just a needless tutorial of the different game modes. Then you have a Battle Royale and a Call of Duty game. I mean, they were really filming the fucking competition this year, huh?
Battle Royale, huh? What you mean?
Yo, don't fucking play with me.
Whoa, okay. Who the fuck you raising your voice at, little nigga? Yo, kill that noise, bruh. You ain't been popping since Black Ops 2.
Fortnite was making Call of Duty do some things. How did this fail? You put the most iconic Black Ops maps in one island. Oh yeah, because you could only access the Battle Royale through the full game. That's right. Rookie ass fucking mistake. Do you know, like, I would much rather play Blackout with my friends than fucking Warzone, but since it's attached to Black Ops 4, it's like a waste of a game mode. 9 Zombies was really the savior of the Zombies game mode as a whole, because let's be honest, they added some cool new things to it. People said the HUD was like a little too much. The fact that you had like special weapons at the very beginning, my nigga, isn't that helpful? My nigga, come on, bro, come on. Like, wouldn't you want to stay alive as long as possible? And it's not like it felt cheap, my nigga. Have you ever gotten into those fucking later rounds? But I mean, besides Ancient Evil and 9 and any other Black Ops 4 Zombies maps that wasn't introduced in Black Ops 4, I mean, the rest were just garbage. Voyage in Despair was a fucking shipwreck. No pun intended. But now that we have all that out the way, let's get into the multiplayer. Good guns, check. Shitty maps, check. Good kill streaks, check. What really ruined this was the time to kill. 6 fucking shots to kill one person. I mean, what the fuck was Treyarch thinking? I mean, the brain dead argument is that it takes more skill to land 6 bullets than it does 3 or 4. But I mean, the maps aren't the fucking size of Russia, and you'll be seeing players at least once every 15 seconds, even on a big map. Nuketown, for instance, is constant action, and you want me to think that putting 6 shots to kill one person doesn't make me look like a sitting fucking duck? What happens if I get a double kill? When I'm fighting a good player who gets me down to 20 health, for example. I kill that player, and then, okay, I can focus on another player who's not even looking at me. But because I'm regenerating from 20 health and have such a far way to go, this idiot can shoot me once and kill me because it's gonna take me another
6 shots to kill them.
Multiple hop.
Enemy down.
Took her out.
In most cases, you have to fire at least half your magazine just in order to pull off a single kill unless your target's just standing there motionless. You will have to be extremely lucky if you ever hope to hit a multi-kill in Black Ops 4 unless you're great at consistently hitting headshots, you're an expert sniper, or you're using an LMG. In fact, in any situation where you just so happen to be in a 1v2 scenario, it's almost impossible for you to stand any sort of chance whatsoever. But it doesn't stop there. This is only made 10 times worse by the fact that health does not auto-regenerate.
Enemy down.
There's also no compensation for this new time to kill at all. I mean, my recoil will start to bounce after 6 or so bullets like any other Call of Duty game. Ammo capacity was just about the same as any other Call of Duty game. Why do we have Battle Royale health in multiplayer is the question that we should be asking. It would be different if we were playing Battle Royale and we had wide open fields where players don't encounter each other that often. Then your accuracy is on the line. Then it takes skill to play the Battle Royale game. But this is multiplayer. 6 shots to kill was a failed experiment. Haha, very funny. Haha. That really hit different. Alright, now let's never fucking do that again. The next thing that is severely wrong with this game are the specialists. I mean, this year in particular was the very first time that we see Call of Duty cater to little ass kids. Skill-based matchmaking and pedophile warfare proves that they want to protect people that are ass. But I mean, we aren't that advanced yet. It is only 2018 at this point, and not 2020/2021, you feel me? Specialists were fucking broken. I mean, that's just the only way to put it. There were only a few new specialists. The rest were jacked from BO3, and it's supposed to take place before BO3, yet the specialists are on crack and are stronger than they were in the previous title. Firebreak has a seemingly endless flamethrower, and his other ability is to radiate a location. Not only is the radiation field wide as fuck, but he has the nerve to have extra health while radiating. The next returning specialist is the Tempest. He has a fucking RC car that zaps motherfuckers who don't have lightning fast reflexes. No pun intended. Again, his Tempest no longer takes skill to use. In the previous game, you had a long ADS time, relatively long ADS time, not like LMG long, but you get what I'm saying. And there was a delay from when you shot the Tempest. In this game, you zoom in quick as fuck, like those niggas in a BO2 sniping montage, and your shot was instant. Actually, if you missed the Tempest, there was like genuinely something wrong with you. Must have had 4 fingers if you could miss a fucking Tempest shot. They fucking took Chop from GTA 5 and fucking put a life vest on his ass, and he would literally jump up and bite you in the fucking ass, treating you like you were the NPC. Then there was a riot shielder who could shoot you with absolutely no consequence. If you were facing him, there was literally no opening for you to shoot. One time, I actually showed signs of competence by earning a score streak. In fact, it was with that fake-ass Warthog. I really don't remember the name. The Thresher. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Then some bitch hacks my shit, and it starts shooting at me! Like, what the actual fuck? So you mean to tell me I can have my 13 kill, no death score streak flipped on me because some bitch earned a participation trophy? Then there was that fucking specialist that gave the player more health, as though 150 wasn't enough. The third thing that was vile about this shitty ass game were the DLC weapons. Now, it was more genuine, it was a straight up transaction instead of a fucking spin the wheel, but I mean, there were a lot of items to choose from, and all of these items consisted of overpowered weapons. And if you wanted to get all of them, you would have to spend at least a rack. I'm not even capping, I did the math. There are 48 guns, and each gun is $20 fucking dollars. The VMP, for example, is fucking ridiculous. I mean, this shit has laser accuracy, and the time to kill actually beat my Spitfire, which is the fastest shooting SMG. Close range, but
Yes, sir.
What?
Okay, this is fucking ridiculous.
you see that shit right there, right there was when I knew it was time to get the fuck up off this game. How dare you disrespect the Black Ops legacy with this shitty ass entry? Get the fuck out of here. Modern Warfare. All right, the campaign is the first thing that we'll touch upon. The campaign was decent, but boring. It was missing the overall elements of fun that every other Call of Duty campaign had. I'll start by saying this. There were some standout missions like Clean House, but the rest of the story felt so serious, like I had to take that shit to the max. Captain Price bitch ass lecturing me every other mission, asking if I wanted to sit out because shit would get too serious. Yeah, John, nigga, I played the fucking campaign. I'm pretty sure I've seen it all. But to expand upon my previous point, let's take Call of Duty Cold War, for example. They also tried to make that game realistic. They did a much worse job than Modern Warfare did, but that doesn't change their intentions of making it realistic or realistic to a degree. They had a mission where you literally walked in on an active fire drill, sneaking into a Russian prison as undercover Americans, and that Arctic mission and shit. I mean, you know, you had some excitement that we got in, again, every other Call of Duty campaign. I mean, this was clearly missing in Modern Warfare with its realistic, closed-minded ass missions, shock value ass missions. Anyways, introducing facts instead of my feelings. They wanted to make the No Russian from Modern Warfare 2 look like a Pixar film, quoted by an Infinity Ward employee. So they put a character named Vada in, and I'm supposed to fight alongside her in Iraq. Urzikstan, my bad. My sole motivation in helping her is because of what was done to her people.
Because of this poison, my people have known something worse than war.
Help us track it.
If you stay, we can help you. But if you stay, you fight.
First of all, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or your people. Let's just get that out the way. You already killed the nigga that killed your dad, and it's not like genocides don't happen every day. Oh my gosh, what in my dear heart could possibly have made me say that? Jeez. That was a whole different side of me. Oh, wait. I think I know what. Because the entire game, I was experiencing shock value. In the very first mission, a bunch of niggas get blown up. I'm seeing niggas get lit on fire, trying to run away from that shit before they die of their burns. In the next one, we have to save this motherfucker from blowing up, just to have him pushed off the balcony and watch him blow up because we couldn't defuse the bomb on time. Then this bitch ass nigga Wolf, bald head ass nigga, Caillou looking ass nigga, literally kills an innocent family right in front of my face. You already desensitized me to all the shock value, so when shock value is supposed to drive my motivation to play the campaign, it's just not gonna work. It's also evident that they tried too hard to make No Russian look like a kid's film, and the campaign took a hit because of it. Multiplayer. And I'll get into Warzone later, but Spec Ops, I mean, I think we can all agree that Spec Ops is fucking terrible, embarrassment. Multiplayer was only good for gun fanatics, because the only thing that they did good was the weapon and sound design. I mean, it's really hard to believe, that the same motherfuckers that did the sound design for Infinite Warfare were the same ones that did the sound design for this game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really have to give credit where credit is due. I've shot some of the same guns that were in the game, and it looks almost spot on. But how does that bleed into the game itself? Since we're going for realism, it's really not surprising that the maps were shitty, way too fucking big for the game modes. I mean, my nigga, there were Battle Royale size maps for 10v10, Ground War size maps for 6v6, and 6v6 size maps for 2v2. Infinity Ward, it's not like you've never made a fucking Call of Duty game before. I thought you started the series. The poor map design created too many ways and openings for players to get shot from. I mean, if someone is shooting at you and you can't even tell where they were until the kill cam, there's an obvious issue. Also, when you walk down a basic part of the map and I feel as though I need 8 eyes just to check for all the possible locations to where I can get shot from, there's also an issue.
It's fucking bullshit. It's like, wait.
I mean, how is this a f***ing spawn?
And the poor map sizes led to unreal amounts of camping. Let's just get into the guns. The camping part is obvious.
But you know what? No, I'm not gonna camp.
Things we really want to do with this game is we want to get new players in the game, and we want them to kind of like, we don't want them to just get punched in the mouth over and over again until they leave. That's a big focus for us. It's a big focus for us in weapon design. It's a big focus for us in level design. That helps a lower skilled player get a kill when they otherwise wouldn't, have some success, and then feel like now there's a desire to get better and to get another kill. Our maps are a little bit more porous, and we want those players to have a safe place to take their time, to learn how to turn and move and then shoot, put those pieces together, and then they see someone and be like, oh, okay, now I can do this.
That approach that you're describing there isn't going to come at the expense of the hardcore players, right?
This is how the video game was meant to be played.
Since the guns were realistic, they wanted to make sure that they remained realistic looking despite what you were doing. Running, sliding, jumping, climbing. And what did this lead to? Clunkiness. So when people call this the worst Call of Duty game in history, I genuinely couldn't blame them. I mean, I've seen better weapons in most Call of Duty games. There's really nothing you could get attached to, honestly, like World War II. You think in 10 years from now, like, people will be talking about the M13, the fucking FAL, M4, Bison, from MP5, from Modern Warfare 2019, the way we talk about the AN-94, Scar H. Honestly, the multiplayer was a huge letdown and disappointment.
I can't believe how bad this game is. I can't believe how rewarding this game is for you being a pussy.
Our weapons are a bit more lethal than they were in the Black Ops, the recent more Black Ops, and that helps a lower skilled player get a kill when they otherwise wouldn't. Our maps are a little bit more porous, and we want those players to have a safe place.
Warzone made the game successful, but because they detached their Battle Royale game from the actual game so broke niggas could play it, this led to a lot of success and put Call of Duty back into the spotlight. But it didn't feel like a victory. Personally, I think Warzone is shit because I just hate first-person Battle Royale games. All Warzone is a free-for-all multiplayer in a big-ass fucking map. That's literally all it is. Another reason why Warzone is shit is because, like, there's nothing special about it. Fortnite allowed you to build to avoid gunfire. Blackout was a vibrant conjunction of fan-favorite locations all in one island. But Warzone is literally a shot-first, kill-first game mode. And there's nothing enthusiastic about the game mode. Drop into Verdant Sec, get gun, ride vehicle, see someone, kill them. Maybe if I'm good and if I'm on a PC, I'll outmaneuver them while they're coming down the 18-story stairway. You should see my fucking face right now. I really don't understand how niggas like Tfue play this game all day, but that's beyond me. I also don't understand how grown-ass adults touch children. Speaking of grown-ass adults touching children, we have Call of Duty Cold War. I've said it before, and I have no problem with saying it again. If you like Call of Duty Cold War, you touch kids. The higher your playtime is on that game, the more likely you are to be put on a list. If you get endorphins on an ugly-ass game that actively works against you, then, I mean, there just has to be something wrong with your frontal lobe, right? Just examine what's behind your skull. The game is ugly as shit, and it actively works against you. I could leave it at that, but we'll get into it. Call of Duty Cold War is by far the most pathetic entry that I've ever seen in a fucking franchise, period. World War II sucked dick as a base game. Black Ops 4 sucked dick as a base game. But, I mean, imagine a game that sucks dick at the base, but actively works to make your game experience worse. All at the same time. All in one. That's Call of Duty Cold War for you. So, we all know that this fake-ass, realistic, hippie-ass shooter has the ugliest fucking weapons out of any Call of Duty game. Worst maps by being so fucking big. I mean, of course, the only maps that were good in this game were the maps that they brought back from BO2. And that's the ultimate disrespect. How dare you put Nuketown in Raid, which were all... How dare you put any map that was in BO2 into this atrocity? Oh my gosh. So what else besides the map size and design? Okay, ugly ass guns. Again, the score streak system. What really, other than the game at the core, like what makes it just so fucking wrong? Skill-based matchmaking. Steak burrito, brown rice, black beans, cheese, hot and mild salsa, corn, chips and queso. Oh shit, my bad. I was just ordering my Chipotle. Skill-based matchmaking was in Modern Warfare with party disbandment, but I mean, nothing. I don't think any skill-based matchmaking in any game was to the extent of this. Okay, so not only will you get disbanded after every single match, you'll get placed in lobbies not only based on your overall rank, but your performance. Let me just touch on the issue of skill-based matchmaking in general, right? It's put in place to protect these low-skill players from these high-skill players. So all these low-skill players are playing together and they aren't getting better. They have really no potential to ever be as good as these high-skill players. Meanwhile, these high-skill players are constantly playing against each other. And since they're all high-skill players, they're going to sweat and there is going to be no sense of fun or enjoyment on the game. And not only that, it's also unfulfilling to the players that actually put in the time to get good at the game. Just keep it in a ranked playlist, all right? That's it. But it shouldn't be in any game, period. We're going to get into why Call of Duty makes that core concept so much worse. It just makes anybody with 46 chromosomes constantly sweat every single game, like they're playing for money, power, respect, and their bitch. So it wasn't a surprise when YouTubers with millions of subscribers were reverse boosting, which is killing yourself a bunch of times so your stats lower. In turn, you'll be placed with people who are missing a hand or two. Of course, people started calling out the YouTubers because they would get nuclears against kids who were playing with the Xbox adaptive controller. When this YouTuber accused people of being racist, he finally folded like a bitch and admitted to what he did. A lot of other YouTubers came out the closet and began to admit what they were doing as well. I can't take this seriously. This started the hashtag remove skill-based matchmaking movement. So instead of removing it, they made it stronger. Let me catch some multi-billion-dollar organization / company doing some petty ass shit like this. Like a little fucking girl, man. This is only the tip of the iceberg. So there's actually proof of people who are doing good in games, or not even good, just decent. And then they'll start having connection interruptions in the middle of games. This is actually intentionally done by the server so that the performance of the players could be even. Meaning, if you are good at the game, the server would intentionally make you lag so other players who are getting shit on in the lobby have a higher chance of killing you. You know how pathetic that is? That's just, oh my gosh. This completely eliminates the purpose of score streaks, rewarding the player for doing well. That's not all though. They're literally Activision employees who sit and watch streams of people playing their games so they can determine whether or not the lobby is appropriate for you. Are you fucking joking? We call these people the Call of Duty police. I genuinely thought that it really couldn't have gotten any worse than that. But I mean, I guess Cold War just wanted to make sure that you played patty cake with the enemy team. Like, you get a kill, I get a kill. Then you get a kill. What the fuck? So again, on top of the raw game just being completely shit, the game itself makes whatever fun experience that was already hard to find almost impossible. That's why I say, if you play Cold War, you're a pedophile. Because to fix Call of Duty, it's not going to take hashtag RSBMM on Twitter or in your clan tag. Reverse boosting itself will not stick it to the developers. You're, after all, only spending more playtime on their game while doing so. And I'm sure they take pride that people actually buy 2 copies of the game or make multiple accounts just to join up with themselves to get a decent game. That's pretty much boosting, not reverse. If you want to eliminate the problem, it's not going to take telling other people not to buy the Season 1 Battle Pass. It's going to take not buying the fucking game in the first place, like myself, and shame people who do play it. Ask any one of my friends that play Cold War. Please, Cunningham, Vendrell, their friends, and ask them if I have called them any of the following: woman beater, child predator, Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, R. Kelly. I mean, the list goes on. But on a serious note, Cold War is a very ugly game with an iffy time to kill. Besides World War II, it's by far the clunkiest Call of Duty game. The maps are terrible as fuck in design, and the cop car is coming by. The maps are horrible in design, having too many levels, too much map space that really doesn't need to be there, and stupid ass features like bullshit fucking 2-story or 3-story fucking rooftops or rooms and shit like that. I mean, I can't believe a god like Actman himself likes multiple stories on a Call of Duty game. What? Just add some versatility to the maps and I think we'll be all good. The score streak system is unlike one I've ever seen. It's so convoluted that I can't even explain it to you. I'm not even going to try anymore. I know I tried earlier, but I'm not going to go through with it. And on top of all these negatives, the game spits in your face every time you attempt to enjoy it. Like, what? That is why Call of Duty truly fell off. Activision's actions are unforgivable and should not go without consequence. Yet, everybody who preaches remove skill-based matchmaking and still plays the game makes that possible. No one will miss this ugly-ass game if you stop posting it on YouTube. Same goes to Clunky Warfare. Same goes to Ass Ops 4, or should I say 6 Shots to Kill Ops. Same goes to World War II. Infinity War and Treyarch have made some disappointing CODs time and time again. And I've simply lost faith. Campaigns and one zombies map isn't going to do it. And definitely not Warzone. Fuck that shit. And with the fact that Call of Duty wants to mainline what was once a supplementary game mode made in attempts to keep the franchise relevant, I think it's fair to say that Call of Duty truly went out sad.